Hello everyone, Brett here. Welcome back to another fingerstyle tutorial. And in this tutorial, we are going to be looking at the song Atelier by Sungha Jung. And this is the song that is from the album, also called Atelier by Sungha Jung. So this is a very nice waltz that you can play on your acoustic guitar, or I've also done a cover which is on classical guitar, and you can check that out to see how the whole song sounds. Now, if you're new to this channel, I'm Brett Vachon, and I make fingerstyle guitar tutorials, mostly by Sungha Jung. Now, you can follow along the tutorials without the tabs, but if you would like the tabs as a PDF document, you can find them on my Subscribestar page. So this tutorial is going to be broken down into several parts, and you can check out the different parts on the playlist that's on this YouTube channel, Sungha Jung Tutorials. Okay, so we're going to get started right at the very start of the song. It's going to start off with an introduction, and then it's going to go into the verse. So we are going to have a look at that. Right, let's get started with the intro, which is rather short. The intro to the song Atelier goes like this. So as you see, we have a waltz rhythm. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what you want to do is you want to accent the first beat, and then the second and third beats, which are your off beats, these ones that go like this. These ones are going to be done a little bit softly, a little bit more soft than what you did the accented bass note and the accented melody note. So let's talk about the melody note. The first thing you're going to play is this G major 7 chord. So you have your third finger over here on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then you've got your pinky finger over here, which is going to be on the 4th string at the 4th fret on the F sharp note. And you start off by playing the 6th and the 2nd strings. So you have to pluck these a little bit more loud, and especially the melody note, which is this high B, the 2nd string open. This is the one that's going to ring out the loudest, like this. And then after that, you're going to pluck the 4th and the 3rd strings as off beats. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then you play the 6th string again. Release the 4th finger, the pinky finger, but play the 4th and 3rd strings. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Similarly, when we go into this C chord with the added 4th, which resolves down to the 3rd, your 3rd finger is now going to be on the 5th string, 3rd fret. Your pinky finger goes back onto the 4th string at the 4th fret. And you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what I did there is I went from F sharp to E, from the 4th to the 2nd fret, and this is my C chord shape. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then after that, you go back and you play the same 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And on the last measure of the introduction, we are going to stop at this half of a C chord. So this is 3rd fret and 3rd fret on the 5th string and 2nd fret on the 4th string. We stop here and we wait. So this is the end of our introduction, because after that we are going to head up into here, into a higher position to play the verse part. And when you're here, the reason why you want to pause is that you need some time to get up to this shape, this G major shape. So you pause here and you wait. You'll also notice that the end of the song ends almost exactly like the intro, and the end of the song fades out on this chord. But we'll get to that later on in the tutorial. So that's the introduction, and like I said, the next part that we're going to hear is the verse. Also, if you enjoy these kind of fingerstyle guitar tutorials, be sure to subscribe to the channel, as there will be more Sungha Jung tutorials coming up of either his original songs or as well as the anime arrangements that he's made. Let's go and see the verse this time. So the verse starts out with this G major chord, and it's the part that you're going to hear first in the song. So it goes like this. That's going to be your verse in its entirety, basically. Okay, so we're going to start up with a G major chord here in the 10th, 9th, 7th, and 8th fret. You will notice if you've studied caged that this is C major shape, transposed all the way up to the 10th fret, so into 7th position, basically. Now, what's tough about this is it's going to go into a G major 7 shape. I prefer to use a bar or transform this into a pivot bar. But there's a lot of barring to do here in this piece in particular. So you have to practice either doing your full bar or your little half bar. So in more detail, you're going to start off by having your pinky finger in the 10th fret, your ring finger in the 9th, your index finger in the 7th fret, and your second finger in the 8th fret. And we are on the 5th, 4th, 7th, and 8th. Oh, sorry, I said that already. We are on the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So we play the 5th and the 2nd string with our index and our ring. And then our two offbeats are the other strings with our index and middle. So 1, 2, 3. After that, like I mentioned, you have to release your second finger. And you have to have a bar here in the 7th fret. So your second finger comes off, and you're going to keep your pinky and your third fingers in the 10th and the 9th frets. So you play the 5th and the 2nd strings, and then play offbeats on the 4th and on the 3rd strings. You continue on the next measure, 1, 2, 3, 1. And this is playing the 5th and the 4th strings. Because you're accompanying it, you don't want to have play them all at the same volume. You want to have 1, 2, 3, 1. Always putting the accent and the heavier beat on the first, and then the second and the thirds are lighter. Okay, then after that we arpeggiate our G major chord, the bottom part of it. This is arpeggiating with the index, middle, and ring fingers of the right hand. Our third and our first and our second fingers are still in the 9th, 7th, and 8th frets. So we reach over and play this note here in the 10th fret, this high A, with our pinky finger. Then after that, we need a D major chord in first inversion D major chord. So you're going to have a small bar here in the 7th fret, and your third finger is going to be on the 5th string at the 9th fret. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so I missed this hammer on here. You're going to hammer on into the 9th fret with your pinky finger onto the 3rd string. Okay, so let's go into detail what I just did there. So I pluck the 5th and the 2nd strings. I have 1, 2, 3. Pluck the 5th string again with your thumb. Pluck the 4th and the 3rd string. Hammer into the 9th fret with your pinky finger. Play the 4th string again. And then play the chord, release your pinky finger, and then play the chord that you're holding here. So it's thumb, middle of the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then we are going to play this arpeggiated chord with our 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Pluck across them with your index, middle, and ring. Again, you're barring here in the 7th fret, that hasn't changed. And I'm going to place my middle finger in the 8th, and then after that, my pinky finger in the 10th. So this is 1, 2, 3. After that, I'm going to get an E minor 7 chord. So barring in the 7th fret, my third finger is on the 9th fret on the 4th string, and my middle finger is on the 2nd string and the 8th fret. So I'm going to play the 5th and the 2nd strings. 1, 2, 3. Then after that, I'm going to play this. So what I did here is, it's kind of hard to see because my third finger's in the way, but I have to slide my pinky finger from the 9th quickly into the 10th fret, and my second finger stays here, and I arpeggiate across the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings with my fingers. Like this. 1, 2, 3. So it's tricky to slide. If you have trouble sliding from the 9th to the 10th fret whilst holding a bar shape like this, practice just doing the slide on its own. And then after that, practice doing, I don't know, a slide with one finger on the guitar, or these fingers on the guitar. Okay, and then after that, you practice sliding with the bar, and then it's quite a nice effect. Then after that, we are going to go back into our E minor 7 chord. So we here in this case, you're going to play the open string, the open 6th string, which is a low E. And you can hold your finger in this shape, the E minor 7 shape. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, in this next part, we are doing. So we go down a stepwise motion, 1 fret at a time, holding our minor 7 shape here. So I go from the 7th fret barred, 6th fret barred, and I end up in the 5th fret barred here. So I've got the same shape. Now I'm in the 5th fret with my ring finger in the 7th fret. My third string's barred, and my second finger is in the 6th fret this time on the 2nd string. And now I'm going to continue my my regular waltz pattern. So 1, 2, 3. Next, I'm going to this same effect that we saw, but now we're in D minor 7. We're just 2 frets lower down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next after that, I'm going to get G7 chord. Again, if you study Cage, you know this is D7. So G7 chord. This is my third. I can release the bar. My index finger is going to be on the 4th string in the 5th fret. My ring finger here is going to be in the 3rd string, 7th fret. My middle finger is going to be in the 2nd string, 6th fret, and my pinky finger is on the 1st string, also in the 7th fret. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, next after that, I'm gonna get into C major 7 shape, which I'll explain in a second. So your bridge is your little connecting part goes, you slide your pinky from your 9th to the 10th with a grace note. Then you play this note C in the 1st string, 8th fret, and then this is C major 7, right here. So again, Sungha Jung will do this with the thumb position shape. I don't like doing thumb positions, so this is why I take it like this. Again, you're welcome to do the fingering that you prefer. If you like thumb position, then you can go ahead and do it. So what it is your one finger is going to be in the 1st string at the 7th fret. You need another finger in the 3rd string at the 9th fret, and you need your pinky finger to be into the 4th string at the 10th fret. Okay, and then one finger is going to get the low C, either the thumb or your middle finger, and it's going to be in the 6th string at the 8th fret. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what I did was I played the 6th and the 1st strings. I off beats on the 4th and 3rd string. So this is, after that, you play your bass note. You arpeggiate across the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings with fingers in the 10th, 9th, and 8th frets. Then you play a low E, which is a cheating note, to get you into this diminished chord. Again, you can use thumb position and play it like this, or play it like this. Like this. So we're going to first have one finger, these two fingers are in the 8th fret, this finger is in the 7th, and this pinky finger is going to be in the 10th. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1. Move back into the 8th fret. 2, 3. Of course, again, our last note is a cheating note. About these cheating notes, sometimes Sungha plays different cheating notes. Sometimes they're the 5th string, and sometimes they're the 6th. I think you can choose the one that you like the best. Alright, next after that, we are going to play an arpeggiated B minor 7 chord. It's simply a bar in the 7th fret. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On our last beat, we have this note E in the 9th fret on the 3rd string. Next, we're going to play a diminished chord. So we have one finger in the 4th string, 6th fret. This one is in the 3rd string, 7th fret, and this one is in the 2nd string at the 6th fret. So you play this on the first beat. There's a rest on the second beat, so you stop your strings and have a quiet part. And then we slide from 7 to 8, slide from 6 to 5, and then you're going to slide from 7 on the 3rd string into this chord A minor 7, and which is all in the 5th fret. So it's going to sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This open A is going to let us get into this D7 chord. Now the fingering you can use here is your 3rd and 4th fingers. I'm going to be on the 5th and on the 3rd strings, both in the 5th fret, and I'm going to have one finger in the 4th string, 4th fret. So I have 1, 2, I hold it for 2 beats. Then I play my B on the 3rd string, 4th fret, slide into the 2nd string, play the 2nd string open, and then 4th string, 4th fret, no, F sharp. And then I'm going to finish on a G major 7. Okay, so I'm just having my 6th string note here stopped with my 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, and I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 1. And as you see, I had my pinky finger go on the 4th string, 4th fret, and then release. Start, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one last time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Cool. All right, so when you do your 2nd verse, you're going to go up into back up to the beginning here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the variation here is, this is tricky. You need to, this is what happens. So you hammer from the 7th to the 9th fret, slide up into the 10th, and then back down into the 9th. This is a technique that is often used by Tommy Emmanuel, like this. And then you have to practice it while arpeggiating with your D major chord in 1st inversion, which means that you have your 3rd finger here on the 5th string at the 9th fret, and you have a bar here in the 7th fret. As you can see, I arpeggiate on the 1st beat and hammer on. When I do my slide, I release those fingers, but they stay close because I need them again to continue on with the rest of the verse. So that's what that does. So practice doing this without anything else, and then practice doing it holding the shape of your small bar and your fingers, because that's the trick to getting it and not having like too much space. Okay, the other thing that you need to know, because the verse repeats itself exactly, the other thing you need to know is the ending of the verse to continue on into the chorus. So let's go from here. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Instead of playing this chord and stopping, which would mean it's the end of your verse, you're going to continue on into the chorus. And you're going to play this nice 13th chord. Your 3rd finger is in the 6th string, 3rd fret. Pinky finger is in the 4th string at the 3rd fret. And your middle finger is going to be in the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. And soon you're going to have your index finger, which is going to go into the 2nd string on the 1st fret. Okay, so we have 1, 2, pluck the 4th string, pluck the 3rd and the 2nd strings like I told you to do before. As you pull these off, you need to play the 6th string with your thumb, like this. And it requires a bit of coordination where you pluck a different string as you're pulling off. It's kind of strange, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that moves us on into the chorus. So we're going to look at the chorus in the next part. So that is it for the tutorial in the first part, and in the second part we are going to look at the chorus and further on into the song. So I hope you will join me for the second part of the tutorial. Thanks for watching.